Imagine being a kid again, sitting in a school computer lab. The teacher thinks you're working on your math assignment. But in reality, you've got 12 browser tabs open, sound muted, and you're speed-running Flash games like your life depends on it. Flash games weren't just games. They were a lifestyle. A chaotic, pixel-filled lifestyle powered by Newgrounds, Miniclip, Y8, CoolMath games, and whatever random sketchy site we could find on Google. And wait until you see the final Flash game we dug up today. It is, without exaggeration, the funniest disaster the internet ever produced. Stick around. You will not forget it. Hey explorers, welcome back to OldNet Explores, the channel where we dive deep into the weird, wonderful, and nostalgic corners of the early internet. Today, we're traveling back to an era before app stores, before mobile games, before microtransactions ruined childhoods. This was the golden age of Flash games. If you ever secretly played Flash games at school, or stayed up way too late trying to beat a level on Miniclip or Newgrounds, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next nostalgia trip. Alright, boot up your imaginary Windows XP, mute your speakers, and let's do this. Before Fortnite, before Roblox, before anything had battle passes, we had Stickmen. Stickman shooters, Stickman ninjas, Stickman ragdolls, Stickmen fighting each other for no reason, and we loved every minute of it. Games like Xiao Xiao, Stick RPG, Stick Arena, and Bowman defined early Newgrounds. The animations were violent, the physics were questionable, the graphics were literally just lines. But that was the charm. There was something hilarious about seeing basic stick figures doing dramatic backflips, firing impossible weapons, and exploding like fireworks. And the best part? These games made us feel like rebels. Because Newgrounds had that energy, that you probably shouldn't be here but you are vibe, stick games were the gateway drug of Flash gaming. But that was nothing compared to how weird Flash games were about to get. Flash games weren't all action and strategy. Some of them were just straight up strange. Let's talk Interactive Buddy. A featureless gray blob you poked, slapped, exploded, and tortured for coins, because apparently tiny digital suffering was entertainment. Or Whack Your Boss, a game that lets you relieve stress in the most unhinged ways. Then there was the red button, a game that literally told you, don't click this. So what did we do? We clicked it, and clicked it, and clicked it. Flash humor was chaotic, random, absurd, and weirdly addictive. But the weird games were just one part of the era, because Flash also gave us the most addicting time killers ever made. There are certain Flash games that live rent-free in our heads forever. Run, the space parkour masterpiece. Fancy Pants Adventure, the smoothest stick figure platformer in history. The Impossible Quiz, a game designed to ruin friendships. Line Rider, where we spent hours drawing the dumbest lines imaginable. These weren't just games. These were eras. They had no 4K graphics, no AAA studio, no DLC. Just pure creativity. And a computer strong enough to run Flash without crashing. And for many of us, these games weren't played at home. They were played in the one place we were supposed to be learning. School.
Bruh.
The teacher walks around. You minimize the tab. You pretend to work on a Word document. As soon as they walk away, Alt plus Tab. back to cool math games.
Yeah, boy.
Cool math games wasn't even math. It was a casino of distraction. Then there was PopTropica, the game that somehow made us feel like detectives, spies, superheroes, and explorers. All on school Wi-Fi that ran slower than dial-up. And of course, Y8 and addicting games, the sketchiest sites we trusted with our childhood computers. Did those games install viruses? Maybe. Did we care? Absolutely not. But before we continue, quick pause. If you've smiled even once so far, hit that like button and drop a comment. What was your go-to Flash game? Run? Line Rider? Stick RPG? Or something completely cursed you found on Newgrounds at 2 a.m.? Tell me below. I want to see the chaos. Alright, back to the madness. Flash games had 0 rules. No age checks, no filters, no limits. Enter Happy Wheels. This game looked like a circus, played like a demolition derby, and traumatized a generation. Or Alien Hominid. Basically, what if FBI versus UFO, but drawn by a hyper kid with markers? And then, the hidden gems on Newgrounds. The ones you played with the volume at 0, finger on the browser X, ready to close the tab if a parent walked in. Flash was the Wild West of the internet. But eventually, it all came to an end. In 2020, Adobe Flash was officially shut down. Just like that, thousands of childhood memories went dark. No more loading bars. No more right-click arrow play. No more secret gaming during class. But thanks to preservation projects like Flashpoint, we can still revisit these digital fossils. And that brings us to, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Kitten Cannon. A game where the entire goal, for reasons unknown, was to launch a cat out of a cannon and see how far it would bounce. Power meters, explosives, trampolines, cacti, pure chaos. No plot, no purpose, just a feline projectile and questionable physics. And we played it for hours. This was peak Flash gaming. And you know what? We regret nothing. So that was the bizarre, hilarious, unforgettable world of Flash games. The era that raised us, distracted us, and absolutely ruined our productivity. If you enjoyed this nostalgia trip, make sure to subscribe to Old Net Explorers for more internet time travel. Hit like if you ever secretly gamed in computer class, and share this with a friend who remembers the Flash era. Because next time, we're diving into another corner of the old internet. And trust me, it's going to be even crazier.